Sometimes you're right. I like to care, but it never reach fight. Swinging my ways like it never did say. And then
Welcome to Turning Pages with Bree. So glad you are here spending some of your time here with me on yet another video. So this is going to welcome anyone that is returning or anyone that is new. Thank you for clicking on my little old video to share some of your time listening to me rant on about what I love about books. And on this one, I'm going to be sharing with you the things that I want to read in this month of April, and then all of the things that I read in the month of March. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. First, I'm going to go over what I read in the month of April, and month of March. I'm going to make it kind of quick because I don't want it to be terribly too long, because it's about 18 books that I read, and I'm kind of going to just do a yes, no, maybe. And I'm using my iPad, my Fable app that I track on. So anyways, hopefully it's accurate. So we'll see. The first book is The Crash by Miss Frida McFadden. Definitely, I say yes. I don't know. I like Frida McFadden. Some books are better than others, but I say yes on this one. The next one was Couples Wanted by Brianna Cole. I say maybe. I'm just going to leave it there. I say maybe. This is the first read of this particular author, and I'm definitely going to try something else by her. This was a little different, hit different, but I say maybe. Kirby Girl Summer by Danielle Allen. I say yes, yes. Beautiful Haze by one of my faves, Casey Mills. I say yes. Next one is The Truth, His Side, Her Side, and the Truth About Falling in Love by Miss Christina C. Jones. I actually have the physical copy of this one. Yes, 1,000 times. Yes, I loved it. Love the way it was written. It's written differently. So glad I have my own personal copy. She is one of my favorite authors. So yes. Sweet Little Hearts by Miss Shanora Williams, another one of my favorite authors. I say yes, 1,000 times yes. This is like the second in a series, but you can read them as standalones. But definitely yes. New to me author, You Deserve to Know by Aggie Bloom Thompson. This is kind of like a thriller. I say maybe. I don't know that I'm going to read something else by this author. I was just kind of shooting a shot in the wind, and it was okay. Beyond the Stars by Evelyn Latrice. This is the second book in this particular series. I say 1,000 times yes. This definitely a good book. I enjoyed it a lot. Even though it's the second book in the series, sometimes they kind of fall off and are not as good as the first one. It was just as good. It was just as good. Definitely yes. Next one is Deuce by Miss Kimberly Brown. This is the first of a series. I enjoyed this one as well. Yes. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yes. Next one is Love and Other Words by Miss Christina C. Jones. This was a short read. I actually got it through my book funnel from her because I'm part of her Patreon. And so anyways, I say yes. It was a quick short read, but it was interesting. It gave me what I needed. I say yes. Tell Me What You Did, Carter Wilson, thriller. I say yes. I would say yes. It was okay. It was good. It's like that podcast feel, thriller. It was good. I give it a yes. The next one was I, Medusa by Ayana Gray. This one is definitely a yes. This was like a YA fantasy. One of my first dips into the fantasy world. I've read one or two other fantasy type books, but in this situation, I kind of enjoyed it. I definitely wanted to continue to read it, so I say yes. I say yes. The Bodyguard by Miss Catherine Center. I say yes to this one. It was a good read to me. I enjoyed it. Yes. And let's see, hold on, I'm sorry. The next one was How to Walk Away by Miss Catherine Center. Yes, 1,000 times yes. I remember this one, it stood out. It is a good read. If this one is one of those that I suggest that if you have not read Catherine Center, you can start with this one and you will not be disappointed. The next one is The Art of Hood Love by Savvy. The Art of Hood Love, Savvy, her story. And it's by Antoinette Sherrill. This was my first read of Miss Antoinette Sherrill. Will not be my last. Enjoyed it immensely. Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. And I got this. This was actually on my Kindle, and I read it there. Great book. The next one is The Lies We Tell About Life, Love, and Everything in Between by Christina C. Jones. This is kind of like a follow-up. And it's not really a follow-up because I think they are standalones, but it's off of that, The Truth. And so I didn't have the physical copy of this one, but I would say maybe, okay? The Truth, the first one, definitely yes. This one, and I don't know if I said it's by Christina C. Jones. It was okay, okay? The next one is We Don't Talk About Carol. This was my book club pick, and I say yes. It was like a thriller, mystery type book. Definitely yes. The next one was Bring On the Blessings by Miss Beverly Jenkins. This was my first read of Miss Beverly Jenkins. Loved it. Enjoyed it immensely. Yes, 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 yes. The next one is Groove, a book by Bernice McFadden. This was a first read of Miss Bernice McFadden. Definitely will be reading more from her. It was unexpected. It's messy. I remember that much. I say yes. I say yes. It's interesting. Definitely interesting. I say yes. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I put that in there, but I actually finished that one April 1st. So we'll just leave it at that. That was, I didn't mean to tell you about that one, but I've already finished it. I finished it like the first day of April. And so anyways, anywho, that is the 18 books that I read in the month of March, okay? I think I actually read 19 though. But anyways, those are the 18 that I have on that list. So I'm gonna go with that. The next part of this video is me sharing with you what I want to read in the month of April, which we are already in. I am a little bit behind in getting this out. Life happens and things, you already know. So we'll get right into it. And I have a large list of 18 more books that I have on this list. Actually, it's probably more than 18 because I have a stack here. So I'm going to actually go through this stack first, and then I will tell you some of the ones that I have on this list because it's a lot. Don't know that I'm going to read all these books, but I would like to have a large stack to choose from, and then whatever I read. And then if I don't, I take it over to the next month. So we'll start with my library book, which is by Jacinta Howard, When 40 Blooms. I'm actually already reading this one. Definitely will be finishing it in this month. And it is very good. It is interesting. What got me with this book by picking it at the library is the title and the fact that I've never read this author. I wanted to give her a shot because I think she's local to me. I think she's here in Atlanta. So anyways, it's good so far, and it's an older, couple situation. So the female character, of course, is turning 40. So I like that. I like that it's a little bit older, mature book. I am also going to read a Not So Meet Cute by Miss Megan Quinn. I don't even say it. This keeps carrying over. I am picking this book up. I'm going to read it. I'm also going to read Catch the Sun by Jennifer Hartman. This is a beautiful book. It's a little thicky, but it is beautiful, and I cannot wait. I've heard good things about it, so I cannot wait to read that. This one I'm including American Marriage by T.R. Jones because this is my family's book club pick, and I slowed down because I pretty much finished it, but I slowed down to not go so fast through it, and I'm gonna kind of flip through it some more just to kind of highlight my memory because we're going to be discussing this book, and it's a good one to discuss. So American Marriage, I definitely am going to be finishing that one this month. Next one is Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Okay. Beautiful book, of course, and heard a lot of good things about it, so can't wait to get into that one. Next one is a carryover. This is Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. I have just been wanting to go ahead and get this one read. Going to be reading this one this month. Another carryover, Loving Mr. Daniels by Miss Brittany Cherry. Beautiful book, and it's not even a long read. I'm gonna read that. This one again is another carryover, A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. Going to be reading that. And the next one is Love Notes, Equilibrium 1 by Christina C. Jones. I always have to put some Christina in there. She's like a favorite author, and so she's got books. I'm just trundling along with her catalog. Another one I'm going to try to get on this month is Judy Blume's Summer Sisters. Okay, I always like to mix it up, like I said. This one is also a new to me author. I don't think I've read anything by these girls. Amber and Danielle Brown. It says Someone Had to Do It. Okay, want to pick that one up, and the rest of these I have on my list. A Love Worth Forever by Brianne Deney. I actually had this through NetGalley, but did not realize that NetGalley, some of the books have a expiration date of when it will like go away. And so I let this one go away. So I'm gonna have to actually find it somewhere else to read it and get it read. So I'm gonna read that. Chasing Galaxies by Evelyn Latrice. That's part of that same series that I've been reading on her. Going to definitely pick that up. I think it's like the 4th book in the series. Happiness for Beginners by Catherine Center. Just going through her catalog. Going to be just picking up random books of hers. Too Old for This by Samantha Downing. New to me author, and this is a thriller, so interested. I've heard some good things about this book, so I'm gonna try to knock that one out. Maceo by Kimberly Brown. That's the 2nd book in that series. Gonna be picking that up. Secret by Nia Foster. New to me author. Forrester. I don't think I read anything by her, so glad to get a chance to read some of hers. Mile High by Liz Tomford. A lot of people have talked about this author, and I am going to be joining the club and reading some of her books. This is the first of this particular series. And see. You Could Do Damage by Miss Casey Mills. She's another favorite author of mine. Cannot wait to pick that up. And I think I actually have the physical copy, but I don't think I have it downstairs with me now. So I do have that physical copy though. Flagrant by Alexandria House. That's the first in that particular series. And then Determining Possessions by Miss Christina C. Jones. I think this is the 3rd book in the series. I've attempted to start this book and ran out of time on my Libby because I was able to get these on my Libby in this particular series through the library, and ran out of time, and it was interesting. So I cannot wait to get back into it because my Libby just had it pop back up so that I can actually continue and finish reading it. So definitely going to be finishing that one in this month. And whatever I don't finish, because that was about, I don't know, that was a bunch of books, however many it was. Whatever I do not finish, which I'm pretty sure I won't finish all these books, whatever I do not finish will roll over to the month of May, to that TBR, because TBRs are, you know, wishful thinkings of what you would like to read, and you might get to them all, you might get to some of them, you might get to none of them. Who knows? Who cares? It's life. And so we just enjoy having a TBR. We enjoy, you know, hearing about the things that we want to read, and then also telling you about the things that I actually did read and how much I enjoyed it. So that was enough. This is enough. I will come on, of course, when I have more to share that is bookish, but I will see you guys on the next one.